For this system, we have an alarm system. The alarm system has 3 inputs and only 1 output. The 3 inputs are the smoke sensor, the flame sensor, and the motion sensor. The output have only 1 output, and that's for the entity. For the architecture, we only have the output to do. The output is the result of ending the negation of the smoke sensor and the flame sensor. All of that is ordered with the motion sensor, and that's the output, the only output we have for the architecture.
Hi, my name is Karim Muhammad, 46-MET student. Now I'll be showing you how all the sensors and the cables are connected together. Basically, we have used two types of voltages, a 3.3 volt, which was used for the flame sensor as well as the smoke sensor, and a 5 volt, which was used for the infrared sensor. Both voltages are actually taken from the FPGA itself. First, we will start with the smoke sensor. The smoke sensor has 3 interfaces or 3 ports. As we have said, it takes as an input the 3 volt VCC, also the ground from the FPGA itself. As for the output of the sensor, we have connected it from the breadboard to one of the GPIO pins in the FPGA, and we have handled this in the pin assignment phase in the Quartus Prime version. We have used also the clock, which was drawn from the FPGA itself, which outputs 50 megahertz, which this number is quite sufficient for all the sensors to function, as well as be able to receive the input from the customer or the client, and to be able to take the necessary action. All the sensors that we have used are actually digital sensors. However, they also provide analog outputs. However, we stick with the digital outputs to have accurate as well as consistent results.
Hello, my name is Yusuf Amr Muhammad, and I'm a 46- student. And in this video, I'm gonna explain to you how I have connected the flame and the motion sensor, and also the alarm buzzer to the FPGA. First of all, for the motion sensor, it has 3 interfaces: an output and a VCC and the ground. So how we have connected it to the FPGA using the breadboard. First, we have connected the ground and the VCC to the breadboard, and from the breadboard we have connected it to the FPGA to the 3.3 voltage for the VCC, and for the ground we have connected it to the ground to the FPGA. To the ground of the FPGA, and for the output for the motion sensor we have connected it from the breadboard to any of the GPIO in the FPGA. That's for the motion sensor. Okay, and for the flame sensor, it has 4 interfaces. The first one, the VCC, the second one is the ground, and the third and the fourth one are analog and digital output. But in our case, we will not need the analog output, we will need only the digital output. So how we have connected it to the FPGA? Actually, the flame and the motion sensor use the same ground and the same VCC, which is 3.3 voltage. So they were connected to the same ground and the same VCC of the FPGA. And for the digital output, it was connected to the GPIO of the FPGA, and that's using of course the breadboard, and that's for the flame sensor. Okay, and instead of connecting the output to the output of the alarm system to a LED, we used an alarm buzzer, so that we have connected the output of the alarm system to the output of the alarm buzzer. So how we have did that? We for the alarm buzzer, it has 2 interfaces: a ground and an output, a plus. So the ground, we have connected it to the same ground of the flame and the motion sensor, and for the output which is the plus. We have connected it to the GPIO of the FPGA, and in the pin assignment we have assigned the output. We have assigned the output to this output that we have connected to the alarm buzzer, to the GPIO of the FPGA. That's all for the flame and motion sensor and the alarm buzzer and how we have connected it to the FPGA. Thank you.
Hello, I am Mohammed Zaki, 46-MET student. I'll be talking about the overview of the project. So first of all, we used smoke sensor, infrared motion sensor, flame sensor as inputs to our project. They will be connected to the input pins, and we used alarm buzzer as output. How this input and output will be connected? They will be connected on the FPGA using VHDL. So our VHDL code included two parts, entity part and architecture part. In the entity part, we will be connected the sensors as the input and the buzzer as the output. And the buzzer will be triggered whenever the smoke sensor and infrared sensor are on, or if the motion is on. So our main idea of the project will not be only used if there is a fire, but it will only be beneficial also if there is a robbery. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adam Muhammad. I'm 46-MET student. In this video, I'm going to talk about the pin assignments for our project. First of all, we got 3 input sensors, which are the first sensor, the flame sensor, connected to pin W7, and the second sensor, the smoke sensor, connected to pin W10, and the last sensor, which is the motion sensor, connected to pin AA15. And the output buzzer is connected to pin Y8. If flame and smoke sensor detects any changes, or the motion sensor detects any movement, the buzzer will output a sound.
Okay, in this video I'm gonna explain to you how the alarm system works. First of all, the alarm system contains of 3 sensors and an alarm buzzer. The 3 sensors are motion sensor, which detects if there is a movement, and flame sensor, which detects if there is a fire, and smoke sensor, which detects if there is a smoke. So how we can use this in real life? We can use it simply if there is a fire, where we gonna use the both 2 sensors, which is flame and smoke sensor, and we can use it also in robbery. If there is a robbery at night, where this motion sensor will detect if there is a movement. And now I'm gonna show you how the alarm buzzer will work. First, for the motion sensor, if it detects any movement, the alarm buzzer should make a sound. And if both flame and smoke sensor detects flame and smoke, the alarm buzzer also should make a sound. So first, if we make any motion like that, we hear a sound from the alarm buzzer. Okay, and for the flame and smoke sensor, if there is a fire and smoke, the flame and smoke sensor should detect. Like that. So we can use this in factories to get people's attention that there is a fire. That's how the alarm system works, and thank you.